So it's not even a biography. If you were to read the biography of Comrade PG, you will take the whole day. So we are expressing our heartfelt gratitude to the family, and at the same time expressing our support to the family in this difficult time. Pravin Gorda is one of the most outstanding patriots of this country, and that is why others are even wishing him all bad things. But if you look at who are those, you will know who are they. But that's not where we are. We are here because this is the man who served our nation with diligence and dedication. And whenever there are rumors and news that are of this nature, it is important that they should not only be clarified, but as the movement and the organization that he belonged to and he served with diligence, we've got the responsibility to be with him even at that moment when he is not in the right space. And that is all we are expressing as an organization. In terms of your question about the by-elections, yes, we are not shocked. We are aware that the ANC has been doing well in terms of the by-elections post the May elections. And the resilience of this movement is shown with the performance in the by-elections, not these ones, even the previous ones, especially in KwaZulu-Natal, where we actually lost our majority. And the fact that some of the wards that in May we lost to other political parties, we have managed to regain, and with even bigger numbers in this election. So our movement is resilient, and it is shown in these by-elections. And even here in Gauteng, we did well to retain our wards, as much as the DA also retained its wards, but the ANC have shown resilience. Other political parties are going down, and we are on the comeback, and we are on the rise. And that does not happen on its own. The ANC will intensify its work in relation to local government to ensure that we hold those we send to these municipalities accountable. We will be launching in the next coming months a barometer program for the councillors, for MMCs, for premiers, and also for cabinet at national government level to basically monitor our delivery scale in government at all levels. We will table that before the National Executive Committee, but it's an operational matter that has already been approved, but in terms of its mechanisms and its operationalization, we will table it before the NEC. But we look forward to such a program because it is important that our own public representatives who serve our nation on behalf of the ANC, they too must be held accountable.
Mr. Mbalula from Kaya News. We were informed on Tuesday that Mr. Gordon was admitted to hospital, and then yesterday there was a candlelit vigil held at Constitution Hill. I guess some of the public sentiment or the question was why just to inform that he had been admitted to hospital, which perhaps could have spurred the fake news that has come out in terms of perhaps that he has passed. Could you just address why we were informed initially that he was admitted to hospital?
You were informed because there was already fake news circulating about Comrade PG, and by those who are his enemies, and the family put it on record that indeed is admitted in hospital. And it was correct for the family to do that, given his standing in public, but at the same time, given the fact that those who are opposed to Pravin Gorda seem to be on the overdrive of fake news in this regard, and including some even making public statements to wish him dead, which is un-African, but at the same time, that is not Ubuntu. Even if you differ with a person, you don't wish anyone dead. And in this particular regard, we know Pravin Gorda was at the helm of the ANC's program and of this government of renewal that led to the state capture and many other things that he did that are good for this nation and for humanity. Anyone who step up the act to fight corruption must be celebrated. And we will not fold back and fold our arms when such individuals' history is being rewritten. And we fold and we say, okay, let it pass. It can't be. Pravin Gorda stood for the truth. And he stood what is good for humanity. From the days of struggle, he was there. You may not agree with him politically, even ideologically, in the ANC, but he was such a figure. He stood for his views. He contributed as a patriot from apartheid to democratization. You've got SARS today that you are talking about, and it's good work and up to date with our commissioner, who's doing exceptional work, the current commissioner, but walking on the footsteps of giants like Pravin Gorda. You've got an integrated financial system that includes SARS because of PG and the work that he has done. So we can't allow that history to be eroded and just to be distorted. We can't fold and look on as people continue to do that. Yes.
Chief Jozitube from ENCA. You say that you went to go visit Mr. Gorda. What was the conversation like? Did you guys have a conversation? Did you manage to speak to him? How was he feeling?
Well, we have described in the statement that is critical, and I think I did have a conversation with him, and then I expressed the view of our movement and myself and everyone else in the ANC that we wish him speedy recovery, like any other patient in a hospital, in the presence of family and comrades. And that's what it is.
Junior Kumalo from Newsroom Africa. SG, you speak about the family, the statement that was released by the family having been necessitated by the fake news that was already going around. Do you by any chance know how long PG has been in hospital? Because I'm assuming from what you say, it wasn't this week. He might have been in hospital a lot longer than that.
No, it's not a lot longer. I mean, it's at the time when the statement was issued, which is this week. As we all learned about it this week, sometime I think a day before yesterday, and then about it. And the family did make it public. Already before that, there were fake news circulating about him being in hospital and all sorts of, and the family issued a statement, and which was actually correct. And we welcomed the statement, and we also issued the statement on behalf of the African National Congress. But we are alive, not even to an agenda about the mischief of seeking to vilify a person who has done so much, and particularly from well-known quarters of our nation. And in this particular regard, seek to portray PG as a villain. He's not a villain, he's a freedom fighter. And we all have our strengths and weaknesses. And if PG's actions of fighting corruption and all of that have led to me being affected as an individual, and other people will not feel good about it, and they will feel that he basically brought misery to their lives. But for all intents and purposes, the work that he did, it is the work that was taking the nation forward. And then the people of South Africa agreed with the call against graft, against corruption. The ANC itself was moved to a better place in relation to the fight against corruption, moving from being philosophical about it to firm action, to renewal. As part of that renewal includes a whole lot of things that meant that our movement needed to move not only with speed but with decisiveness on some of the things that we are facing in terms of graft and corruption that is associated with the ANC. So PG was an activist and a revolutionary in that struggle, in that context. A revolutionary is somebody who advocates for change. So for change he has advocated in relation to the fight against corruption made him a revolutionary. And he will be counted amongst many in our country who have changed the course of history in that particular fight, and lest we forget. And that's it.
Thank you, Zaini. Okay, Alpha.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mbalula. Alpha Mushana here from Eyewitness News. I know it may be a bit insensitive, but I think anyone who's watching may be wondering what condition he's facing. Are you at liberty? Are you able to speak about the condition he's facing?
Well, I've said it in the statement, critical, and that is it. Anything further than that is in the hands of the doctors and who are looking after him. And so, like any other person who's in hospital in a critical position, he gets the best care from the medical practitioners of our country. And that is what is happening at the present moment.
Oh, sorry, or maybe if I could rephrase, but the illness.
We can't talk about that. It is the terrain of the family. Yes.
Zandla Katlana with the SABC. Actually, you spoke highly about the role that Mr. Gorda has played. And just, juxtaposing that